If you were taught as a child to think that God was a member of your ethnic group and looked just like you, with skin color, hair texture, and facial features just like yours, could that teaching one day lead you to believe that you and your ethnic group were superior above all other nationalities on the earth?
Well, as a child, my mother is a Jehovah's Witness, and as a child we were obligated to study the Watchtower publication. And inside the Watchtower publication there are many pictures of God depicting him as an old man in the sky. He's in a cloud, and you can see his old face. He always had a beard, and white hair, and that was God. And of course they would teach that Jesus was not God, but he was the Son of God. If a male human being fathers a child, does he father a cat or a dog or a tree or a flower? Or does he father another human being? Well, goes to reason the same thing would be with God. If God fathers something, wouldn't his progeny be another God? God would produce God as man produced man. So when Jehovah's Witnesses say that Jesus is not God, but he is the Son of God, it doesn't add up, because God's son would be a little God. Just like a man, his progeny is human being. I think, yes, that could have an effect on people's mind if they believe they are looking like God. It's like a bunch of people become miniature gods. They look at themselves too high, that they become superior in their own minds, and they suffer from a disease called iitis. And this disease takes away looking at your other fellow human beings as being equal to you, to being the same with you. It takes away from the spirit of community. As people strive on being independent, they think independence, I, me, everything's me. They lose the capacity to understand that we are all interconnected in a community, that there is nobody stands alone. So we've lost that in our society. So yeah, I do think it's an impact on children's minds when they're indoctrinated a certain way. However, I don't want people to think that this is something that cannot be undone. When a person studies and seeks truth for themselves, not the truth that somebody's telling you is the truth, but digging in and research and listening to multiple scholars from multiple faiths, I think it's beneficial. And in that way, with God's guidance, a person comes to understand what is the truth, and that is that humans are humans, and we are all a beautiful part of the creation, and each of us with a dignity and respect, and that God is above all the creation. If you try to imagine God, you're way off, because God is higher than your imagination.